Aren't you Muslim? Doesn't your dad have 3 to 4 wives? Miss Faraji responded that her father was dead. Oh my God.
You gotta do twice the work to get half the opportunity. But that, to me,
he was like, yeah, all right.
Shout out my co-host Joy Taylor.
Why did he just snip his finger? Jason Whitlock, you are out of your rabid mind if you think you even had a chance with Joy Taylor. Yeah, welcome back to another reaction, another news bombshell. Skip Bayless is getting sued for $1.5 million. Let's get into it. Skip Bayless and Fox are being sued for sexual harassment. Bayless allegedly offered 1.5 M for sex, accused of giving lingering hugs and kisses. Pressing against her breast is insane. Plaintiff claims she told him, "You have a wife," to which he allegedly replied, "Aren't you Muslim? Doesn't your dad have 3 to 4 wives?" That's insane. That's crazy. You cannot say that in the workplace. 1. 2, why are you bringing that's something that you should never talk about at the workplace is religion. Oh my God, this is bad. This is bad. A Fox exec is also accused of groping the plaintiff. Lawsuit describes a misogynistic, racist, and ableist workplace culture. Okay, so I'm kind of new to corporate America. Is this how big corporates operate? Because the more I do digging and digging and digging, why does it seem like they have SA assault cases in all major corporations, big time, all of Hollywood, TV shows, movies? What is going on to the point where guys feel they have the need and the power to, because I'm making money, because I'm the star of the show, you need to have sex with me? What I find very nasty about that is just because you're in front of a camera doesn't make you special, right? It doesn't make you special. It means you're good at what you field, but you are no better than the next human being. So you have to treat people with respect and accordingly. Especially, dude, you lied to God. He lied to God. His vows, he is married. Why is he stepping outside of his marriage in the workplace? Which is even crazier. As the suit alleges, approximately 1 week later, Mr. Bayless made another advance at Miss Farahi. Miss Farahi responded, "Skip, stop. You have a wife." Mr. Bayless responded, "Aren't you Muslim? Doesn't your dad have 3 to 4 wives?" Miss Farahi responded that her father was dead. Oh my God. And when Mr. Bayless looked taken aback, she made an excuse to leave. So not only are you making inappropriate look at SGA right here. It's not a laughing matter. It's not a laughing matter, but that was funny. I ain't gonna lie. That was funny. After starting work on the Undisputed Morning Show starring Bayless, the suit alleges that he began giving Faraji lingering hugs and kisses on the cheek while putting his body against hers and pressing against her breasts. The single mother alleged she repeatedly told Bayless she was not interested in him and did not date at work. She is smart, but the fact that she held on to this for a long time, this type of information for a long time, it's kind of, it makes you think, not that she's in the wrong or anything like that, and I'm not saying that at all, but like, why didn't you say anything, when it happened? So I need your guys' input in the comment section. When things like this happen and they hold on to the information, is it because they're scared that they're going to get fired and they don't know if they're going to pay their bills next? Do you think that would be something like a reason? Because I understand that, like, okay, well, sexual harassment, but honestly, I really need this job. I don't have anything lined up. I can't just accuse him. I get fired because in a lot of times, in a lot of these cases, a lot of these situations get swept under the rug. And nothing happens. Nothing happens. So I also understand that point as well. Just help me understand if there's any more, The single mother alleged she repeatedly told not and didn't date at work. She also claimed she told Bayless she was suffering from ovarian cancer after developing issues with her leftover in an effort to halt his advances. She said, "Yo, I have vaginal and ovarian cancer. You cannot put yourself inside of me because I have cancer and it's going to hurt." That is a crazy excuse. You get to think of that kind of excuse? Yo, he must have been real weird for a long time. Instead, Bayless became more aggressive over the years. Wait. So this happened for years. This happened for years, and she didn't say anything. That is odd. Why? I really want to know why people do that. You know, why would you wait years if you feel uncomfortable? You know what I'm saying? To the point where you have to make an excuse that you have ovarian cancer. Is it to get in the good graces? Is it to try and move up in the company? And then within moving up within the company, you're not on this set show anymore, so you're away from the problem there? Because I think about it like this. If he feels comfortable doing that, you know the higher ups are doing that too. You know the higher ups are doing that too. He must have learned it in the workplace, because Skip Bayless isn't the end all be all. He isn't the CEO. But if the CEO and people that are above him are allowing it, that means they're doing it too. Because he could rat them out. Am I making sense? He allegedly offered Farahi $1.5 million to have sex with him. $1.5 million is a lot. That is some expensive punani. Allegedly offering 1.5, doesn't he make like 8 or 10 million a year? That's a lot of money to sleep with someone one time. 1.5 million. You know what? Good for her for standing on top of her principles. Good for her for standing on top of her principles. Because if I was a chick, I don't know. I definitely would think about it if I was a chick. I don't know if I would go through with it, but I would definitely think like, damn, you know, it's a lot of bread. And he claimed he could change her life. The suit also claims Bayless accused Farahi of sleeping with Shannon Sharp. Oh, man. Oh, man. So not only was he trying to get that punani, he was trying to steal her from Shannon Sharp. That means that Shannon Sharp got out at a great time. He got out at a great time. He got out at a great time. Because none of this is going to affect him at ESPN, a different network. You know what I'm saying? That's insane. 1.5 million is crazy. Big Fred said, I don't care about Joy Taylor sleeping with her way to the top. Do you? In quotations. Do I really have to explain the problem this creates for other women in the same industry who are willing to engage in that same behavior, or are y'all playing? It's not simply just about Joy Taylor. Okay, so my take on that is this happens in every industry, I feel like. It has to, because it's so commonplace. It's been happening a lot. So do you blame the men for promoting women who have less talents, haven't put in as much efforts, right? In order over someone who's qualified? That's messed up. All right. So we can all agree to that. Right. However, we also have to put blame on the woman that, like, the fact that they can even do that, you know? Because truth be told, a lot of women do that. A lot of women do that. Sleep their way to the top. A lot of women do that. This is not something that's rare or out of the ordinary. This is something that's happens a lot. It happens a lot, you know? I'm just glad that it's being brought to light. Definitely sets women back in the sports media world. I don't think it sets women back in the sports media world, to be honest with you. Honestly, I think that it's going to help them. And this is why I think why it's going to help them. It's for one reason and one reason only. They are not going to want to get sued after this, because this is going to be, this case is going to be a set maker. You know what I'm saying? Yes, there are sickos like Harvey Weinstein that did it in the movie industry. Now, obviously, whoever is shining lights on the TV industry, which you could say is hand in hand. Now, people that are doing that, they are going to be out of the woodworks. More people are going to start talking. Different companies. And what's done in dark is going to come to light, you know? So I think that moving forward, things like this won't happen as much, because there's always that risk of being dragged through the media, being the biggest news story, right? I think people are going to be like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't do that. Even though my urges and my lust, I can't control my lust at a workplace. You know what I'm saying? I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good. I know the Skip Bayless allegations as well, but the Joy Taylor allegations is crazy too. All right, let's see what we're talking about. Miss Taylor again uses her sexuality to get on a show. So she is sleeping her way to the top. Joy Taylor is sleeping her way to the top. In approximately February 2020, Miss Taylor asked Miss Farahi to meet her for lunch in Beverly Hills. Okay. When Miss Farahi arrived, she found Miss Taylor with the man Emmanuel Acho. Ooh. If you guys don't know who Emmanuel Acho is, he was an NFL player and he is now a talk show host on said channel. So she was sleeping with him. Okay. Miss Farahi did not know Mr. Acho, but could tell that the two were romantically involved. I just said that. A few months after meeting Mr. Acho at the lunch, Miss Farahi noticed him in the hallway while at work. Okay. Miss Farahi later asked Miss Taylor if Mr. Acho also worked at Fox. Oh. Miss Taylor confirmed and explained that she wanted Mr. Acho to eventually recommend her on the show Speak for Yourself. So she is using that snatch. She is using that water slide. She is using Fat's Ma to sleep with different men so she can get in a better position. From what I heard, she was a bartender, had no prior TV experience, and slept with this man right here. His name is Charlie Dixon. He's the executive vice president of content for Fox News or Fox Sports. She slept with him to get that job, and now she's sleeping with him so Mr. Acho can recommend her to get it. That's crazy. Is this how a lot of, okay, when I say a lot, I don't mean all, I don't mean most, I mean a lot. Is this how a lot of women move? Is this how a lot of women move and get their positions? If I was a woman, which I'm not, and I can't speak for women, but from my POV, if I was a woman, bro, I would be mad, especially if I'm working hard and I have the credentials, you know? And people are just like passing me left and right who don't have credentials, but have pretty privilege. That's very disheartening, to be honest with you. It's very disheartening. It's hard to be a woman, man. She wanted Mr. Acho. Miss Farahi became alarmed and warned Miss Taylor that she would probably not sleep with Mr. Dixon and Mr. Acho at the same time, as Mr. Dixon is a very powerful man that may become very angry. Okay. Miss Taylor told her not to worry about it. She explained that she was also not powerful, and once Mr. Dixon was no longer useful to her, she would follow through on her plan to tell the company that he forced himself on her. Okay, so Miss Joy Taylor is not only a whore. She's not only that, but she's an evil whore. She's the evil hus. Because, like, that's crazy. The fact that she already premeditated that she was going to lie and pin a rape charge against Dixon after she no longer wanted him and he was no longer useful to her, she was going to just suck him dry, squeeze the life out of him. He probably has a wife too, to be honest with you. He probably has a wife. So ruin his reputation, this, that, and the other, and she just gets off scot-free. That is scary. That is scary to the woman that do that. I know it's not all of you. I know it's not a lot of you. But stop doing that, because you're ruining it for the other woman, because hashtag believe all women. Now it's gonna be like, every woman that says that, well, you're lying. You're lying. You're lying. And we don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's messed up for all the real victims. But this right here is insane. This right here is messed up. This is bad. This is bad. That's not cool. Yo, you're going to be ruining a lot of people's lives. The fact that she had premeditated, that's insane. That is crazy. Oh my God. She will not allow herself to be forced out by Mr. Dixon like other women talent. Okay, so he's known for doing stuff like this. He's known for doing stuff like this. He's probably fired a lot of women. This dude's a creep. This dude's nasty. You're nasty, bro. You're nasty. You're nasty. You're a creep. Because if you fired other women who are talented and had the credentials, but you fired them because they didn't sleep with you, bro, you're a piece of shit. This dude right here is a piece of shit, man. You're a piece of shit. In approximately September 2022, Miss Taylor started to work on Speak. Miss Taylor requested Miss Farahi to do her hair. Okay, so she got her job. She got her job, okay. Bro, this is crazy. I said this before. How did she get a prime show before Taylor Rooks when Taylor has a journalist degree and worked as a SR, while Joy was just a radio host? And she let Acho fuck. He just seemed like a wear my hug type motherfucker. Damn. All right, so what she do? What she said? What she said? What she said? What she said?
Would you leave the game if the seats were high? Would you leave the game if the seats were high? or if a man took you this place on a first date, what you would do. And I'm telling you, like,
I'm not gonna lie, she look good though. She do look good. She do look good.
every interaction that I have with people now, in some way or another, these things come up. Can we just keep it a buck? If they're fine enough, if they're funny enough, or if their financial status is what you want, fine, funny, fucking money. You're throwing all boundaries, standards, all that shit you talked on Instagram about how you would never, and this woman ain't because women this and men this. You're moving forward with this person. Would you?
Okay, so she definitely just projected. She was projecting like crazy. She just told us what she would do. And obviously it came out, right? That she was doing that. She projected. And she said that the thing with today, man, the gender wars is so crazy, bro. It's so stupid. You know what I'm saying? Joy has a journalism degree, by the way. Okay. So maybe Taylor Rooks wasn't as what this guy led on to believe. Okay. Joy Taylor let anybody hit. Acho, so that's Acho right there. Charlie Dixon. Not gonna lie, why do they look kind of right here? They kind of look the same. They both got crazy eyes. Look at their eyes. You know what I'm saying? Big, small. Big, small. She obviously has a type. Other woman said no to old dude while Joy is telling coworkers to shut up and dribble. Okay. On January 14, 2017, Miss Taylor had a birthday party at Pearl's Rooftop in West Hollywood. Miss Farahi and other Fox employees were invited to attend as it was a part of their job duties to appease talent, and a birthday party is an important event. Okay. As usual, Mr. Dixon was heavily drinking, buying drinks for everyone on a Fox credit card, and blustering that everything purchased was on Fox's dime. He was trying to flex. As Miss Ferrari was standing near the bar, facing the crowd, Mr. Dixon approached her. He asked the bartender for a drink and then placed his arm on Miss Ferrari's lower back. He asked how she was doing, if she was having fun, and if she wanted a tequila shot. Miss Ferrari felt very uncomfortable by his unsolicited touching and responded, no thank you. She wanted to keep her job. Mr. Dixon then moved his hand lower and started rubbing her body and grabbing her buttocks. Miss Ferrari was mortified, but quickly thought to fake an incoming call to escape from the situation. I feel bad for this chick. Miss Ferrari did not know who to turn to, but as she knew Miss Taylor was sleeping with Mr. Dixon, she turned to her. Surprisingly, Miss Taylor responded to get over it. This is someone who will do whatever it takes to be successful. It doesn't matter who she has to sleep with. It doesn't matter who she has to suck off. She doesn't care about the circumstances and the situation. She does not care. She will do whatever it takes to be quote unquote successful. That's insane. She told her to quite literally shut up and dribble, and explained that she herself only had her job because of Mr. Dixon and that Miss Ferrari only had her job because Miss Taylor requested her. She warned that Mr. Dixon could take both away. Like there's not other jobs out here. One thing that's always going to be certain, the color of money is blue and green. You know what I'm saying? Money is being printed every single day. You can get money from another company. Another company can write you a check, but your morals and dignity and all that, she threw, like she said in her video, standards out the window, financial status out the window, and she's going. Miss Fraudgy was terrified and then turned to her coworker, Anonymous, to discuss the situation. Anonymous responded that Mr. Dixon was disgusting, damn, that the entire situation was sick, damn, but that it wasn't shocking given Fox's culture. I'm telling you, people above Charlie Dixon are doing this too. And that Miss Faraji should remain quiet if she wanted to keep her job. As the single mother who needed the job to support her son, Miss Faraji had no choice but to remain silent. That's insane. With these type of credentials, you could have went to another company. Several years into Miss Faraji's tenure at Fox, a female talent member, Anonymous, hired Miss Faraji to do her hair at her house for an award show. Anonymous asked that Miss Faraji meet her for lunch there first. There, Anonymous told Miss Faraji that she would no longer be with Fox as Mr. Dixon told her that she would need to have sex with him If she wanted to renew her contract, that is disgusting. That is insane. That is someone who's very power hungry and let the glitz and the glamour get to him. He's probably making $1 million+ a year. He thinks that his shit doesn't stink. He thinks he's the man. But if you take all this money and success and accolades from him, as a human being, you are just a disgusting, perverted, sick fuck. I'm not gonna lie to you. She wanted to renew her contract, but she had refused. Anonymous further conveyed that Mr. Dixon was doing this to other women talent. She should warn Miss Taylor to be careful, and a talk show host had recently reported Mr. Dixon. Following the lunch, Miss Faraji called Miss Taylor to convey what Anonymous had stated. Miss Taylor responded that no one gives a F about Anonymous or the talk show host who had reported Mr. Dixon. That's crazy. Miss Faraji later observed that Miss Taylor's remark appeared accurate as no actions were taken to address the concerns raised. If it was not already apparent, it became even more clear that Fox enabled high-ranking individuals to abuse their authority, exerting undue control over female talent and employees. That means that the people above Charlie Dixon are doing it as well. If they're allowing it and okaying it. The thing is, there's probably 1 million other candidates that can do what Charlie Dixon is doing job-wise or better. So why do you need to keep a sick person around? If you know other people can do the job as well, it's more than likely they are friends on and off the court, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, that's my homie. He ain't doing anything wrong. That's crazy. That's very disgusting. All right, this is Emmanuel Acho. He speaks.
Just got done with rehearsal for the new show Speak, and I gotta take a moment to shout out my co-host Joy Taylor.
Why did he just sniff his finger? Did he look, he just sniffed his finger.
A woman, a black woman, daily show, sports.
Why did he keep sniffing his finger?
You all realize how hard it is to get into the position that she is in?
Yo, that's such irony. He literally says the things that she had to do that are coming to light, that she's sleeping with everyone, right? Including him, to get into the position that she is now in, and then he proceeds to sniff his finger right after, foreshadowing.
So often there's misogyny and sexism running rampant in sports, and we don't even care what women have to say in sports. But Joy is not only in the position on television as a woman, as a black woman, but as an opinionist. So not just asking men what they think, but providing her own unique and distinct insight. It's hard to do, and Joy, you have done it. So congratulations. Looking forward to working with you, and hope y'all tune in 4:30 to 6 Eastern every day starting next week.
Honestly, that's kind of crazy. That's crazy. He was really sniffing the fuck out of his finger. What does it say? LMAO, Joy Taylor talking about how she has to constantly prove herself after everyone is now well aware that she fucked everyone at Fox Sports to get ahead. Terrible look for a woman who actually work hard. Facts. I was saying that earlier.
Wake up call, same time. How would I not know how hard it is to do the show? Wake up call, same time. How would I not know how hard it is to do the show I work on? You have to constantly reaffirm.
You know what's crazy? He probably knows, and he's probably like, bro, you're saying this, but I know you slept with everyone in this building, including me.
That you are good enough, that you belong there, and then always prove it. So I would just always say you gotta do twice the work to get half the opportunity. But that, to me,
he was like, yeah, all right.
The mentality I've always had on it is that just gonna make me better. So that's why I'm excellent. Because I couldn't be average. I couldn't.
You know what the funny thing about all this and just sports talks and just a camera and TV and movies? You're acting, right? The people behind the scenes really know who you are. So once a lot of people get in front of a camera and they act like, oh yeah, I'm this great person. I do this humanitarian work. I worked hard to get to where I'm at. And it's like, yo, no, you slept with everyone and you steal money from the humanitarian charities. These are not good people. These are not good people.
Be okay. I couldn't be.
They're just likable.
Be late. I couldn't complain. I couldn't say no. Now I do.
Right.
Wake up call. All right. Jason Whitlock says he stayed away from FS1's Joy Taylor because he knew what he was capable of. I know what I'm capable of. that big rack of hers that she showed off constantly.
I know what I'm capable of. And that big rack of hers that she showed off constantly, it's just, and that peanut butter skin with that big rack, like, Jay, keep your distance.
She looked good too. But I'm not gonna lie, Jason Whitlock, you are out of your rabid mind if you think you even had a chance with Joy Taylor. Think about it like this. The men that she was sleeping with, Emmanuel, Acho, probably amongst other athletes, in shape, for the most part, quote unquote, good looking. And the ugly dude that she, you know what I'm saying, had relations with, Charlie Dixon, he was a very powerful man. He was the man that was running damn near the company. He was the VP, the executive VP at that. So you had no chance, Snacks Whitlock. Shout out to LeVar Ball. If you guys like the content, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Peace.